Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're taking a look at Lost in the Hills. This is a task in the Dormant Volcano to unlock the YAR 87. For this task we're going to be using the Tuz Action. I have with me a set of anchors and jack screws for emergencies, as well as some extra fuel in the sideboards just in case we need it. So let me go ahead and show you what we're going to be doing. So we're departing from the eastern outpost here, and we're going to follow this path down along the lake shore, and then we're going to go up through the woods a little bit. Through here, we're going to cross this swamp and make our way up through the hills to where the YAR is, and then once we grab the truck, we're just going to follow that path all the way back. So pretty simple there and back. So let me go ahead and show you how it's done. So from the outpost, we're just going to go right around the trees, and we're going to make our way down to the shoreline here. Kind of roll, watch our speed a little bit. It is kind of bumpy and hilly here, so we don't want to just, speed racer through here. We want to just kind of take our time with it. But for the most part, using the shoreline I found is one of the quickest ways to get around this map here. Is just using this big shore on the lake. You can kind of get places real quick with it. So we're going to go up to here where the river is. Now you can cross in the water here, but it is very deep and it is very slow. And I have found, even though it's shorter to cross there, it is much faster to just go up a little ways to where it's dry here, and then cut across the river from here. So we're going to go right over this little bump here. And we're going to take this all the way up into the woods. And from here, we're just going to zip through the woods, through all the shrubberies and stuff. You do want to kind of be careful, because there are, like this right here, tree branches in the way. And those are unbreakable tree branches. You hit those too fast, those can cause all kinds of problems. And other than that, there are just like a bunch of hills and bumps in the terrain that you can't really see because they are concealed, like that one right there, because they're concealed by the shrubberies and things like that on the ground. So once we get over to this big hill, we're going to go around the right side of it here, and again watching out for these tree branches. Just going to zip right between them here, and here's a series of bumps with some rocks. We're going to slow down, kind of roll over these. And then we're going to go up a little ways here, and then cut through the trees, make our way down to the shore, just a little bit. And that's just going to get us around all these big rocks here. So we're just navigating around the big rocks. And from here we're going to climb over all these tree branches. We're going to go right down here. Here's another one of those bumps I was talking about. So, nice and easy over the bumps. And that is going to get us into the swamp. So from here, we're just going to go ahead and zip right across the swamp. It's really not too muddy, but if you want, make sure you stay, just kind of go for the high spots, because those will be the least muddy. And you can just get through there real quick by just going from high spot to high spot. Alright, from here we're going to climb up the hills, and what I like to do here is stay to the right side of the canyon here. So we're going to climb right up here. And this is just because I found this right side to be quite a bit easier to navigate. Because if you can use the low ground there, but it's full of all kinds of rocks and trees. So I like to come up the right side here and just kind of navigate around all that. You can see it down there, all the rocks and trees that you got to go around. So it's a little steeper of a climb to get up there, but I have found, in my personal experience, it's a lot easier to go up that than to try to go through all those big rocks and stuff in the center. So we're just sticking to the right side wall here. So we just climb up and over the hills. Alright, we got one more big hill to climb here. So we're going to go ahead right for this green spot here. And that's going to allow us to clamber up the hill here. And we're going to go ahead and turn to the left here, because we want to go right underneath this big tree here. Just like that. And that is going to give us a straight shot up into the little hills, or the forest up here, where we will find the YAR. So the YAR is right there. Before we grab it, I'm going to go ahead and get the truck turned around. I'm going to go ahead and grab the winch. And where is it? There it is. Okay. It's a little twitchy today, so... Alright, with that being said, we're going to pull the YAR up and out of here. I'm going to back up to it, give us a short leash on the winch. And from here, we're just going to go ahead and make our way back to the base. So we're going to go ahead and navigate right back through these trees here. And the reason I got the YAR nice and close is so that we can pull it through these trees. And we're going to go nice and easy as we kind of lower ourselves down this hill here. Go right next to the tree. All the way down. The YAR tried to flip me there. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was pushing me sideways. I wound up having to just let go of it there. So don't be afraid to let go of it if it's kind of pushing you down the hill. Alright, and from here, we're just going to follow our path through the hills here. I'm just going to climb through here nice and easy. The YAR does not want to go nice and easy though, but it is still upright, so we are golden. I swear this YAR is trying to kill me. It's almost pushed me over like 3 times. Oh, 2 times. Is it trying to go for a 3rd time? I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, so we're going to climb right over these rocks here. Once we made it up over the rocks, that is pretty much, we're in the clear now. We don't really have to worry about the YAR trying to push us from behind too much anymore. And I say that, and then it's probably going to push me over somewhere. But for now, we're going to go ahead and just pull this thing right back through the swamp. And all we're doing is just following the same path we used to get over here. And we're going to use that to bring this YAR back to the outpost. See it back there plotting. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and fire it up here. It's kind of struggling to get up this hill. There we go. Just give it a little tug. Almost looked like it was using the brakes. I don't know what's up with that. Alright, anyway, now that we're up and over that hill, it's pretty much flat ground here for the most part. There are still those little hills and bumps that we're going to be going over through the forest as well as the trees. We're going to go right through these trees here. We're going to take it nice and easy going over these rocks. Trying to get right in between where that big one is. Look at the little bump here. And then here's that big hill we went past earlier. We want to go to the left side of it here. Try to go around these branches or just go over that one. That's fine too. Right over here, we got another little hill to bounce over. Alright, now we are approaching the river. So we're gonna, like we did before, we're gonna go upriver a little bit here. And we're gonna kind of cross over where the river has kind of dried out a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and follow this all the way down to the shoreline. And we're going to follow the shore all the way back to the outpost. We do have one more hill that we're going to have to climb when we get back to the outpost. But other than that, pretty much smooth sailing it from here. And we can see we are running out of fuel, so that is why I brought emergency fuel supplies with. Just so that we have more than enough fuel to make our final trip back. Yeah, I always try to, if I'm doing a mission that requires some sideboard cargo, or just any mission in general where I'm using like one of the smaller off-road trucks like the Action, the Warthog, the AFIM, I always try to fill spare slots with fuel, because it is kind of expensive to just do it, but you know, there's no worse feeling than, hey, I'm out of fuel, now I can't finish my mission. So I always try to make sure that if there's any resource that I always want to have too much of. And I say this because every time I go out to a map, it's anchors with everything, and bigger trucks, I use jack screws, even if I don't necessarily need them. I always would rather have them than not have them, because, like I said, there is no worse feeling than a mission failure. And having those extra tools and resources ensures that the likelihood of a complete mission failure is at the minimum. And then it's up to you at that point. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and drop off the YAR. And that is going to complete Lost in the Hills and unlock the YAR 87. So, hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.